Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. So, guys, I want to share with you this really bizarre story. Um, and I can't help but feel that there's something much bigger to this. So this is part of a much bigger picture than we're able to see at the moment, anyway. So, this is out of the Daily Mail. And basically, this story is being carried in so many different papers online, such as the New York Post here, the Mercury News. There's tons of it, and they're all basically giving the exact same story. So this statement, it's all a game. We're in the Matrix. Parents of Utah tech CEO found dead inside her car in San Jose after 5 day search revealed their daughter's last phone call, and she suffered a manic episode, they so say, before vanishing. Now, let's leave that to you guys to determine, if you think it's a manic episode or do you think that this is something else going on. So her name was Erin Valenti. She was found dead in the backseat of a rental car on a residential street in the San Jose's quiet Almaden neighborhood on Saturday. Her parents believe she suffered a manic episode shortly before she disappeared, telling them in a call, "It's all a game. We're in the Matrix." Valenti is the CEO of Salt Lake City-based app developer Tinker Ventures, and she was last heard from on October 7th when she missed her flight home. In a call to her parents, her father, Joseph Valenti, says daughter was talking about a mile a minute and wasn't making any sense. She was obviously extremely excited about something, or agitated, or perhaps both. Authorities have not yet released an exact time of death or offered any indication as to how long she was in the car before being found. A spokesperson from the San Jose Police Department also refused to identify a cause of death when questioned, citing an ongoing investigation. So she was 33, and right off the bat, that hits you. And the next thing we look at is nothing seemed to be out of the ordinary until 3:30 p.m. on Monday, after she met with a former colleague on Sand Hill Road before calling her parents to say she couldn't find her rental car. So interesting. 33 calling at 3:30 p.m. You guys, what do you think of that? Is that significant? Is that just coincidence? Is there such a thing as coincidence? What do you guys think about that? So she had missed her flight back from San Jose to Utah. And this is a picture of her. So we still don't know exactly, what was the cause of death, what happened to her, what made her go apparently temporarily insane or have a manic episode. What exactly? This is the block that she was found on the backseat of her rental car. And, just a rather typical nice neighborhood. Now, there was a search for her ongoing. And, her friends, her family, her husband, very, very worried, as you see here. Looking for help to help find her. So the father said that in that phone call, his daughter was talking a mile a minute and wasn't making any sense, talking about being in the Matrix. It's all a game. It's a thought experiment. We're in the Matrix. This is a woman that was like a super go-getter, super doer, starting her business, from scratch. She's only 33 years old when she had died. She was going to be turning 34 on Wednesday. So this is somebody that, definitely, we could say she was very much in the Matrix. She was making money, had her own business, traveling the world, as we see some photos. This is a woman that was very much apparently enjoying her life and being what we would call very successful at working the matrix. So, what shook her so much that apparently perhaps she took her own life, or perhaps somebody took her life? And why are they not giving out details already? I mean, if it was, say, a bullet wound to the head, that would be pretty obvious. I think that, we would know that already. So if it's not something so obvious, or if there's anything that needs to be covered up or is sensitive, what exactly is it? And, who was her company working for? Was there anybody in, as far as clients go, that were of a sensitive nature? Were they making any sort of, well, what they do is make apps. And so let me show you a little bit about Tinker. So Tinker is all about full service product development, as you can see. We'll look at their home page. We design and develop badass applications for iOS, Android, and the web. And you could talk to an engineer. Click here. So you can see Repill, social media. See other projects, 679 different projects, including social media. Design, develop, and scale. Let's see, we could take a look at some other products. Trusted by founders and the Fortune 500. So this is obviously, a business where they had some probably pretty substantial clientele. And of course, when we're talking social media, that's a huge, huge business for sure. You could browse their success stories. So this is what they did. And we could see their team. And there she is, Erin Valenti, Amir Khan, Usman Akbar, and Muhammad Atif. So this is the Brain Trust. And we can see their LinkedIn inviting to come for happy hour November 7th. Not sure if that is canceled or not. And some Twitter tweets. And you can see their CEO, which was Erin, at the Women's Tech Award interviews. And you can see her there. And in fact, she was one of the finalists in the 2019 Women's Tech Awards. So this is a woman that was really kind of on top of the world when you think about it. She had her business. And, she was doing apparently very well. Of course, we don't know all the ins and outs. We really don't know all the ins and outs of what's going on in her personal life. You just don't know these things. And perhaps they will or will not come out. We could see how her political views were, as well as you have this statement coming out. And you guys could read that. And so apparently she was of the like mindset. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. And we don't know, and hopefully we will get an idea of what the real true cause of all this was. You see, heading to San Francisco, LA soon. Who's around? Direct message me. Apparently excited, and we see this post on October 9th from Harrison Weinstein, her husband. And as you can see, I write this post with a lot of pain and fear, but really can use your help. My wife, Erin Valenti, has been missing since Monday night. She was last seen in Palo Alto Monday afternoon wearing torn jeans and a white t-shirt. She was driving from Palo Alto to San Jose, but never returned her rental car and made it on her flight home to Utah. Her phone has been off since Monday night. If you have seen or heard of her, please let me know. She was driving a gray Nissan Murano with California plates. So And that's a picture of her having a good time with a glass of wine. And authorities have not yet released an exact time of death or offered any indication as to how long she was in the car before being found. A spokesperson from the San Jose Police Department also refused to identify a cause of death when questioned, citing ongoing investigation. Members of her family are questioning how the police department handled their daughter's missing persons case, accusing them of botching the search. The beginning of it was a charade, Joseph Valenti told Mercury News of the police department's efforts to find his daughter, and I am totally frustrated and pissed off as to how it was conducted. Joseph Valenti continued that despite all the information he and his family members gave to police, including the make, model, and license plate of the car, descriptions of her strange behavior on the phone, and data tracking of the location of her last phone call, the department didn't file a missing persons report for Erin until Thursday. Adding insult to the injury, they also described her as voluntarily missing, saying that she was an adult, theorizing that she had just spontaneously taken off a few days off. Joseph believes the department didn't make searching for her a priority. Similarly, Weinstein took to Facebook to refute the department's claims, writing, I would like to emphasize how out of character this would be for Erin. While she is adventurous, she's not foolhardy and would never intentionally be out of contact with her family. As a psychologist, I am especially concerned about her last calls, which were confusing and disjointed. Weinstein continued that it's completely possible to have a sudden onset of symptoms of a manic episode like this for a variety of mental health and physical reasons, even if there had not been previous symptoms. A spokesperson for the San Jose Police Department has not yet responded to DailyMail.com requests for comment. After the news of her death was made public, tributes began pouring in for Valenti, who many remembered as a special woman and amazing friend. Our hearts are broken. We have just learned that our friend, community member, and fellow technology leader, Erin Valenti's body has been found. The Women's Tech Council said in a statement, we honored her this week for her entrepreneurial excellence, her incredible career and work. Our thoughts and prayers are with her husband, her family, and her colleagues around the world. So what do you guys make of this? Was there something else? I'd be fascinated to know all the projects that they were working on currently. And perhaps we could do more research into that. Is there something else going on here? And how about 33 years old and 3:30 p.m.? Just coincidence. Just a coincidence. What do you guys think? We had talked about on Patreon, there was a video that perhaps referenced this. And this, because we had basically got from sources that stuff like this might become more commonplace and interesting, just interesting. I'm going to leave it at that, and I will invite you guys to come and join us over on the second channel, EE Arts. It's a little bit more spiritually based. And then also join us over on Patreon as well for just $1 a month. You'll get access to some videos that won't be up on this venue, and it helps support the channel as well. And I want to thank all the new Patreons as well. So my friends, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you click the bell so you get all notifications. I look forward to your thoughts and comments. God bless. Stay safe. Namaste.